are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for Trey Sermon, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 29, Lance. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now a play fake. Lance. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and
let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Richardson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he fires one incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, Lance gets this one a use check.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Tackle made by Chase Young. Eight yards to go on second down. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Armadillos have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. From the gun, Richardson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. To throw, it's Lance. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And a 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Richardson on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. On 1st down, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Lance again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. That's taken in by Duvernay. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down. Second and 10. Operating from the gun. Richardson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Richardson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
It's caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Swift. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And some room to run now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
63 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Richardson. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. First down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Looking to throw. Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On the carry, it's Logan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down into 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Once again, it's Swift. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about